It is fantastic to be here, Daniel. I'm proud to be a member of the NEU alongside you. And of course, I want to express full solidarity and full support for Jeremy. But I want to really back up what Tarek, Salma and Lindsay German were saying. I think we've now reached an if not now, when moment, right? We've seen punitive action by a Labour Party leader against his predecessor for commenting on a publicly available report. Others have already commented on how totally inappropriate this is, particularly given that what Jeremy says was simply the truth. This is part of an attack on us all. I mean, it's not just on Jeremy, and Jeremy would say that. It's not even just on Labour. We're seeing local authorities bullied. We're seeing universities threatened. We're seeing charities having their funding deliberately endangered. We're seeing litigation used to gag critics. Lawfare is increasingly used to target individuals and organisations that dissent from the establishment narrative. Look at the treatment of Julian Assange and the supine mainstream media response. We are no platform, we're cancelled, we're driven out of legitimate public discourse. Now, the inadequacies of the Equalities and Human Rights Commission report have been well documented already. Jewish Voice for Labour is working on our own detailed analysis, which we'll put out as soon as we can. One of the main points in the report that's been ignored by mainstream media is its acknowledgement that Labour's dysfunctional disciplinary processes harm those accused more than their accusers. And JVL knows of many such cases. In one of the infinitesimally small number of media outlets to cover such stories, Middle East Eye recently, hang on, I've lost my place now. Middle East Eye recently published a report titled "The Wrong Sort of Jew: How Labour Pursued Complaints Against Elderly Jewish Opponents of Israel." I'm one of the elderly Jewish opponents of Israel, right? One of the examples cited concerned Stephen Solly, a retired QC, former chair of the Bar Human Rights Committee. He is Jewish, a Labour Party member and a critic of Israel. In January, he found himself in an email altercation with a member of the Jewish Labour movement, which he called a pro-Israel, anti-Palestinian group that is destructive of socialism. Instantly, within minutes, both his former chambers and the Bar Standards Board received letters accusing him of, guess what, anti-Semitism. Both rejected the accusation, but the Labour Party has put this man under investigation. By talking about it, Solly knows he is defying the party's injunction to silence. His response: "I don't give a damn. If they really want to expel the Jewish former chair of the Bar Human Rights Committee, so be it." Well, Stephen Solly is one of many Jews, like me, like Julia Bard and James Schneider, who you've heard from already tonight, Andrew Feinstein, who's coming on later, a wonderful guy. We are the wrong kind of Jews. We are self-haters, apparently, who refuse to toe the pro-Israel line, who persist stubbornly in combating anti-Semitism, together with all victims of oppression, including Palestinians. So, if not now, when? All those who have urged compromise, caution, silence so as not to offend, those who now refuse to talk about Palestine at all and won't even whisper the names of those unjustly accused, defamed in the media without recourse to justice. These people need to wake up and defend the freedom of speech that is being swept away in a tide of authoritarianism, intolerance and right-wing bigotry, protected by global surveillance capitalism that has us all in its thrall. So stand up now in our party and trade union branches, solidarity organisations, anti-racist groups, schools and communities, wherever people come together to defend their rights against the privileged and powerful. Stand up now, or we won't just be talking about the wrong kind of Jew. We will find ourselves denied all rights as the wrong kind of human. As others have said with passion and conviction, don't leave, organise in the Labour Party, working with people outside it as well. Thank you very much, everybody.